Remember, like, it's your day to please everyone else, all of that stuff. Let it go. It's all about you and him, mostly you. But hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, the Monifah Simone channel. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad that you came. What took you so long? But welcome to the family. And as you can tell from today's video, it's all about my destination wedding in Mexico. So it's finally here. I'm so sorry it took me so long to film this video for you all. Today's video is going to be about why we decided to have a destination wedding, what you need to know about destination weddings, do's and don'ts, all the good stuff and all the questions that you have asked me, I am going to address. Okay, so this probably will be a two-part video. So the second video will probably just be a full review of the resort that we chose. So look out for part 2. It's coming soon. But yeah, so let's jump right in it. I wrote down questions that you guys wanted me to address on my phone right here. So if you see me looking down, I'm just reading the questions and things like that. Okay, so the first question is, why did we decide to have a destination wedding versus a traditional wedding? The short answer would be because when I think about weddings in general and just having like a traditional wedding, it's expensive. To have a wedding here in Michigan, the average is $20,000. $20,000, y'all. Y'all hear that? I don't know about y'all, but I know about me, and I don't got $20,000 in the bank yet. Okay, that's not in my savings yet, but I'm gonna get there one day. But that's just really way too expensive, and I just can't fathom paying that much for a wedding. So the destination wedding was really the best option. Destination weddings are cheaper, okay? Don't let nobody tell you different. Most people think it's more expensive, but really it's a lot cheaper. A destination wedding also because it's just like very non-traditional, if you get what I'm saying. Like, we're traditional with some things, but we're non-traditional with like everything else. Our wedding was very affordable for us because our budget was $10K. We also brought our own decor, so keep that in mind. So that's probably like another $2,000 or so, and that probably brought our total cost to $10K. Because I forgot what was all included in the wedding package, I had to pull it up. So included, like, you know, the ceremony and like a semi-private reception. So with the ceremony, of course, you get your location, the chair, sound system, a bouquet for the bride, the grooms, ceremony table, sparkling wine toast, and then a semi-private reception dinner. So that's like a one-tier wedding cake. Well, we used the semi-private dinner for our rehearsal dinner. We added on a private reception, which is in video right here. It is a beach private reception that we chose. So it's just they have like a luxury, exclusive, and like a refined package. Like the refined was the one that we were originally going to go with, but we didn't because we found that Facebook group. Is the ROYALTON Bride, so I will link it below. But that Facebook group really changed my life. Like, it helped me save so much money because I connected with other brides just to see like what was worth spending money on, what was saving, what was worth doing versus what's not worth doing. Yes, I feel like if any bride wants to get married at the ROYALTON, you need to become a part of that group. So why Mexico? I personally have never been out of the country. Going there was my first time out of the country, and I always wanted to go to Mexico and Cancun. It was just beautiful, and like the resort was everything. Like I said, I would talk about the resort in my part 2 video. Mexico was just affordable because these are our three choices. So it was Jamaica. I was set on having my wedding in Jamaica, y'all. Okay, I was set. But those prices, and I'm thinking about my guests, we probably wouldn't have that many people come out if we chose Jamaica, because at the time Jamaica was just so expensive. We had Jamaica, I believe Puerto Rico, and Mexico. That was like our top 3. And Mexico is just checked all of the boxes, really. And I'm so glad that we chose Mexico because it really paid off in the end, and our guests had a good time. And that was really what I was going for. Letting them have a good time, all of us have a good time, because you want to make your wedding week an experience, okay? And they definitely got the experience that they came for. A couple things that you need to know about destination weddings is that everybody may not come, and some of them may let you know last minute, and it's gonna be like, for real, you couldn't tell me before we paid for you. It comes with weddings in general. I'm not gonna say just destination weddings, but it just comes with weddings in general. I would recommend setting out your save the dates at least a year to 10 months in advance. Let all of our guests know that we were getting married there in Mexico in January. So we did everything like online, digitally. Wedding website through Zola had everything on there for like the hotel information, what we were going to do, the timeline of events. It was really organized, and that's what we told everybody to go. They had questions like, go to the wedding website, or like check your emails, because I was spamming people with emails because I wanted everybody to have everything. Like, I'm just a planner and I'm an organizer, so I had everything planned out. I sent out my monthly, weekly emails, all of that. The second thing I would do is to make sure that everybody has a passport at least 6 months in advance. With getting married during the pandemic, it took forever for them to send back passports, or even if you expedited, like we expedited our passport, and we got our, like in March. If you're having a destination wedding and people haven't been out of the country, I recommend sending that along with your save the dates. Like, get on that early, because some people passports may expire, they do not know, and they can't travel. Like Mexico, they have this thing, if your passport expired within like 6 or 3 months, you can't fly. So make sure that people check their expiration dates as well. So thank God we did not have that problem, because like I said, I was on it. But make sure you have their passports ready in advance, because that was sucky. That's the only reason they couldn't make it to your wedding. So passports, get on it. Another thing that you should know about destination weddings is that when it comes to, you know, preparing for it, you know, because you're planning far away. And with our resort, we couldn't really speak with like the actual on-site coordinator or like get questions in advance. So you're gonna have to do a lot of pre-planning on your own. So like your own research, which is what we did, which was helped us come up with costs and calculations ahead of time, because we weren't allowed to speak with the off-site coordinator until like 5 months out to the wedding. People plan a wedding like at least a year in advance, so not really planning your wedding until like 5 months, that's just unrealistic for me. Now, that's when it came to that Facebook group I was telling you guys about earlier, and why that helped me so much. But not just that, getting a wedding planner. Even if you're having a destination wedding, I 100% recommend getting a wedding planner. My wedding planner was Alexis. She was amazing. I found her on Instagram and I DM'd her quickly like, hey, do you do destination weddings? She said yes, and then I just hurry up and booked the consultation, and the rest was history. 100% recommend getting a wedding planner, because it just takes the stress away from you. Initially going into it, I'm thinking like, oh, I just want to plan my wedding myself. But then I would start really thinking about myself, and I was like, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to stress myself out? No, because I don't even know how to manage my stress completely. So I said, no, it was a must that I hired a wedding planner, and I'm so glad I did. I don't regret it at all. She knows what she's doing, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say right there. The proof is in the pudding. Now for the fun part of the video, what I recommend if you're having a destination wedding. One thing I said was hire a wedding planner. We already talked about that. Create a wedding website, a must. Send out save the dates, and hire a photographer and videographer. Sorry, I just can't speak today, but definitely hire them both. So for me, unfortunately, my wedding photographer canceled on us the week of the wedding, and it was like 2 days before we were about to leave, and he was coming with that from the States. So my friends, because we have, me and Ro, we both have friends who are photographers, so they stepped in right away and literally did everything they could to make our day special, and I'm forever grateful for them for that. So they took our wedding photos. Everybody knew the situation, so they helped us capture any of those moments. Bria recorded like our wedding ceremony, so I'll show that either at the end of this video or the next video as well. Our whole family and friends just jumped in and did the photo and video part. But if I could do it all over again, I would definitely hire a videographer, because so many moments you look back on like, oh my gosh, I had that video. Like sometimes I do have on video. Reception, our first dance. I wish I told somebody what we was doing, but for our first dance, we were our song, which was Best Part. So we would dance for that 2 minutes, and then after that 2 minutes up, we switched and turned on something ratchet. You know, we have to get a little ghetto, but we turned on Babyface Ray Allowance. And you know, I had to give the people what Ro was gonna get for the rest of his life. So that was just me throwing on. You know, I had to throw that ass in a circle. Like I just had to show him what he was getting, and he got it. I wish I got that part on video, because it was a moment. It was everything. Our guest was like, they was so surprised. I would have told at least the wedding planner. That was their job. Duh. I could have told her like, make sure you get this part. But people really got like the end of it. So it was just like, But yes, get a videographer, because you won't regret it, and you want those moments to look back on with your family. Of course, don't skip out on hair and makeup. Hair and makeup for the wedding. Anything that has to do with wedding, the price just it's just gone. It's just expensive. But splurge on hair and makeup on your wedding day. My makeup was absolutely perfect. First time a guy did my makeup too. Somebody on Instagram. I find everybody on Instagram. So I found a makeup artist. I'm gonna link him right here on Instagram. And y'all, the way he does makeup on Black women, I was like, yes, that's the one. I'm gonna have him do my wedding makeup. And it was absolutely beautiful. Like, it's really focused on the skincare too. I love people that focus on the skincare before they start putting all that stuff on your face. So like I got like a little massage and everything. It was good. Hair, so I got my hair done in the States, a closure wig installed, which was amazing because it even lasts me jumping in the ocean. I didn't have to glue it down again or nothing. It was perfect. Usually if I go like on vacations and things like that, I get braids. But having that closure wig, perfect. So definitely splurge on hair and makeup. The thing I want to talk about, which is really important that we did, is don't forget about the little things. So when I say like the little things, like the wedding bags for your guests, like I said, you want to create an experience for your guests. Create a wedding bag. So let me show y'all what was in it, because I believe we still have it. So we did 2 different bags. So we did like a bag for our guests. It looks like this. See, pick what it says. So it says like, welcome to Mexico, the Slack wedding, and our date. So really cute, simple bag. So we put personalized cards in these bags. Our custom water bottle has like the Slack wedding and our date again on there. Okay, let me just show y'all. So this is the bag for the bridesmaids and the groomsmen. So it has a cooler at the bottom, and you know, like little stuff at the top so they can put stuff in hand. So this is the groom's bag that I have in my hand because one person couldn't show up. So we had a gift for them too. So it's personalized, it had their name on it, and of course personalized card. We got these maracas because we wanted like a Mexico touch. So it says like, oh, let me see. It says Mo and Roll, and it has like a little tag that says shake at the kiss, save for the fiesta. Fiesta, fiesta. Hand sanitizer, still in the pandemic. And so this is the cute little hangover kit. We had gum, we had Advil, and vitamin C. Because, you know, that's what y'all need after the party we had. It wasn't a reception, y'all. It was a party. The thing that we did prior to the wedding was we had like a weekend of events. So most of our guests got there on Thursday because our wedding was Saturday. So they got there on Thursday. So on Thursday night, whole wedding party, we got together, we hung out and party all night long. Let me tell y'all, that was so fun because at the resort they have like a club and they was playing, you know, our music. It was playing our music and it was amazing. They even played their music too. It was good, like the good songs. But it was literally like the time of our lives. So everybody woke up the next morning early I don't know what it is on vacation. You just got this energy. You just be up. So we woke up early. We got breakfast and basically did it all over again. Friday went a little different. That's our welcome dinner. So we had like an all-white party. It was important for us to get all of our guests together on Thursday and also Friday because we wanted people to get comfortable with each other before the wedding. So when the wedding came around, everybody was, you know, we was all family, okay? We was cool. So it actually really worked out perfect. The dinner and the all-white party is set it off. So like the dinner, all of our guests came together. We ate at a really nice restaurant, like an Italian restaurant at the resort. It was really nice and I'm so glad that we planned it the way we did. So when the wedding day came on Saturday, everybody felt like they knew each other. Like we was all family on Saturday. So when it came to the wedding, everybody was dancing with each other. My mama was dancing. Y'all, I never seen my mama twerk. My mama was twerking, the aunties were twerking, it was Rose was twerking. Everybody was just having a blast. Like till this day, my father-in-law always tell me, he told everybody that wasn't no reception, that was a party. Like I did not know how our wedding reception was going to go, but that was, my wedding was the best wedding I ever been to. So I'm just waiting for all of the other weddings that we can attend. Like I really want to go to an African wedding. So Ashley, hurry up. But the icing on the cake will be on Sunday. So on Sunday, we everybody together and we rented out a yacht for a few hours and we just all went to the boat. We had a blast then, but then it started raining. But we still had fun, and that was actually my first time jumping in the ocean, y'all. I was so scared. I might have to show y'all like the little clip of the video. I was scared, y'all. I was hanging on the rails. I never jumped in the ocean. I can't even swim. Like I can't even swim, and I got the nerve to jump in the ocean. It was fun. It was an experience. The dress code. So we did have a dress code. It was basically like a elegant beach vibe. Fall edition, so like fall color, green, orange, or a burgundy. So it was like kind of those vibes. Our guests followed the rules. Everybody was dressed accordingly. It was perfect because the wedding was in the fall. Why not have fall colors? You know what I'm saying? So everybody looked amazing. So I'm so glad that we did have a dress code because like looking back on the photo, it just flows. I made like full photo collages of what people could wear and what not to wear. So I think that really helped because I sent like ideas to people too. When it comes to the wedding dress, originally I did want that like cute, not Cinderella style, but like that cute big old dress. But since I was having a destination wedding, I simple but still like giving what it's supposed to give look, because I was having my wedding in Mexico on the beach, like tropical, so I didn't need nothing heavy on me. Like I could not have a heavy dress or carrying that heavy dress to the airport, because carrying that is a different story. Let me show y'all a picture of my dress. So this was my wedding dress. I feel like it was so perfect for the occasion, for the destination wedding. It just went perfectly with the overall theme. When I first put it on, y'all, I absolutely loved it, and I just knew it was the one. There was no further convincing me. Soon I slid into that dress, I just know it was literally made for me, and I'm so glad I got it. So thanks, Mom. For our wedding guests, we had about 45 guests. First, our guest list was bigger. It was basically 60 people. So as we got closer to the day, a lot of people, you know, let us know they couldn't make it or like change events. Things happen and it's okay. I'm just glad that people let us know ahead of time. Well, at least some did, not everybody. Like literally the week of, I still found out like certain people couldn't make it, and it was just like wasting money here, but it's okay. It's kind of expected when you're having a wedding, so that's why you should have extra money for those type of things that happen. So it's just like, okay, you should have said something before I just spent this much on your dinner. But it's all right. We let bygones be bygones. The luggage. So remember, I did bring all of my decor from home. So we had about 5 or 6 suitcases and like 2 duffel bags. So that would be like in total we had like 8 bags of luggage. If you're taking your own decor, it's gonna be a lot to like carry. So make sure you have, you know, the extra little hints, extra little support, and just pack those bags out, because we did. Like I don't even know how to be on the plane with some of that stuff, but like we did it. We did it, and I'm so glad we didn't have any issues. Thank you Jesus we didn't have any issues, because that would have been another story for a different day. When traveling out of the country, you want to make sure that people are aware of like certain like little you know, tourist cards and things like that. So I made sure that people filled those things out. And I also, more importantly, this is the most important thing I did like travel guide, or everything all of our guests would need to know, from like transportation, documents they needed to fill out prior, getting their COVID test, resort information, the restaurants, what's open, what's not open, when to schedule your COVID test coming back to the States, things to do at the resort or like off the resort. So everything was all in that guide I made. So when I tell y'all I'm a planner, I'm really a planner. It was to the point where my wedding planner is like, Mo, you're doing my job for me. Like, let me do something for you. Let me help you. And I'm like, why is it so hard for me to let people help? Like, even though I did have a wedding planner, some of the stuff I was like, I just do it myself. But I really should have just gave it to her. So if you anything like me, I know it's gonna be a challenge for you, but let other people help you. Like, I'm really preaching this to you and myself. Let other people help you. I love cranberry juice. I actually got married in the States. People don't know this yet. I will share this at a later date. But me and Ro actually got married on July 6th in the States. In the pandemic, they weren't doing courthouse weddings yet. So that was our style of a courthouse wedding. So we had our courthouse wedding. Our parents and my aunt, my great aunt, was the officiant. But like when I did that, it didn't feel real to me. I was like, no, we gotta have a wedding. So like that's why we still had a wedding even though we were married. Yeah, definitely get your marriage license and stuff, all that beforehand. So our wedding was in October. We did that in July and we got that out the way. Okay, so Odale has finally joined us. If you are new to my YouTube fam, this is my husband. Show your ring again, babe.
My bad.
Okay, we got the rings this time. Let the people know why you wanted to have a destination wedding.
Yeah, so really talking to my wife here, discussing it, looking at our different options in regards to us still wanting to have a wedding and having certain people involved and not having to have a huge budget for a wedding, which we didn't really have. And I was trying to make her happy as well to still have a wedding. And then, you know, doing a lot of research into it and different ways that we could save a lot more money by having a destination wedding and kind of coupling in a honeymoon sort of intertwined with it.
Which we gonna redo because our honeymoon included Jackson, so we're gonna have to take another real honeymoon without Jackson. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying.
That is true, but I liked it because we were able to still take a trip involved with it, which was a very nice place to go to have your wedding at, and
right,
kind of relieve some stress around the wedding a little bit of that. You know, you could enjoy it in a nice weather place since we live in Michigan.
Yeah, so that's like another thing. Like for your guests, it's actually a trip. Like it's a vacation for literally everybody. Yeah. Like yeah, the main part is the wedding, but it was really just a big old vacation. And that's why we're gonna have an anniversary trip again, not to Mexico, but to somewhere else.
Definitely.
Somebody asked me, they wanted to know, did you feel obligated to like pay for like other people or like things like that, just or like close friends and family?
Yeah, interesting one right there. We definitely went back and forth about that a couple of times just because our wedding party was so big, and them, well, mainly my friends having plus ones and having to pay for those extra people. So kind of originally we had our certain set number where we were like, okay, this is all we're paying for. Any extra people, like, we just not doing it. But from further conversations and discussions with me and my wife here, we were able to decide, like, you know what, everybody needs to be included. And then it eventually ended up working out because the cost of it didn't matter anymore in regards to how many people we were having there. So it ended up working out anyway.
It really did. Yeah. The other question somebody asked us was, how were we able to convince our guests to stay on the resort and stay for at least 3 to 4 days? So with the resort we stayed at, the Royalton, our guests had to stay a minimum of 3 days. So I made that very clear at the very beginning. Like, we, bride and groom, we are staying this long at the resort, and this is the amount of days that you need to stay at the resort as well. So just explaining that and telling everybody, like, look, y'all gotta stay this amount of days if you want to attend the wedding. And people were just like, okay. But some people, like, because we like have a kid friendly wedding too, so with people that was bringing like their kids with them, they had like a big family, they kind of end up staying off the resort. And like as a result, they kind of missed out on some of the events because of COVID, and like just how the resort works in general. You have to pay for a guest pass each time you want to come to the resort. And the resort, it ain't something you can just walk up to. And you have to pay like $80 for a guest pass, I believe. And you only can be on the resort for 8 hours. So we explained that situation to everybody as well. Like if people did want to stay at the resort, like, hey, if you want to stay at the resort to save more money, that's cool, but you won't be able to come to a welcome party or just like any other events and stuff that we had going on as well. So they kind of missed out on that part, and I wish like those people did stay at the resort, but that just would kind of comes with the destination wedding anyway.
Yeah, because it was like they were trying to save money, but you know, we were kind of trying to explain to them that, you know, eventually it's going to kind of equal out no matter how many people you have, because we were staying at an all-inclusive place and the places that they were staying at weren't all-inclusive. So I said, well, you still have to pay for food and drinks or whatever else, you know, you wanted to do. And then also on top of that, you got to pay a guest pass just to even come to the wedding or to come to anything else. Kind of missing out on those activities.
So if you did make it this far, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for our part 2 video of this, you know, wedding series. So part 2 will focus on the resort itself. So any resort questions you want to know, place them under this video. But yeah, that would be like our whole experience, and that one will also include our wedding ceremony as well, because that was a part of our experience staying there. So thank you so much for watching, and if this is your first time, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.
Right.
What? See, this what happens when you let your husband try to finally get your YouTube videos. He starts to make it his own. It's my channel, the Monifah Simone channel, okay? We can do a Slack channel. Y'all was in a Slack family? Okay, I'm not gonna keep y'all longer. Bye.